Toy fans, it's time for round 3. Hey Toy fans, Rob here. Let's get these guys out of the box and see what they're all about. That's right, Rob here, back with another Blokees Transformer blind box unboxing, and we are still trying to track down a Soundwave. Now, to start this video off, I was going to go ahead and do probably 1 or 2 of these, but when I went back to my local Walmart to pick up another Blokees figure, the container up front that had a ton of these things, at least like 15 of them, was wiped out down to these last 3. So I figured I better get all 3, be in the same odds pool that I've already been pulling from, and hopefully there's still a Soundwave in one of these boxes. It's going to be so depressing if he's not in there. Just to refresh you on the odds, Soundwave is 1 per 12 in each of these blind box assortments. So there's 2 chances to get them, a super rare that's metallic, and then a standard version. I want Soundwave. I've already got Slug in his beast mode. I've got Sideswipe and Red Alert. I've got 2 Bone Crunchers. I got Bumblebee. And since the last time we did this, I actually cheated on you guys a little bit. I grabbed a one-off box while I was shopping one day, and it had an Ultra Magnus in it. So not disappointed to have him, but still don't have the Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and get inside of these boxes and see what we have. We're going to start with number 1. I pulled the plastic off of these already. Like we've seen in the previous videos, these boxes are super glued down. No chance of these things being peeked into while they're at the store. Let's see what we've got here. Got our first bag. Yep, per usual, it's just too blocky feeling. I can't tell what's inside. Let's see what we have. Come on, give us that navy bluish purple color inside. What have we got? Hey, we did it! All right, victory on the first packaging. We finally have Soundwave. Well, that's a victory as far as I'm concerned. Everything else here is just, icing on the cake. All right, let's see what else we've got. Maybe we can get that exclusive metallic version. Let's go ahead and tear the lid off of this box. It's also really stuck down on there. All right, let's see what we have. As far as what's left, we could still get Scavenger or Slug in his robot mode. I'm really indifferent at this point. Now we're just having fun with whatever these could be. Here's another box. Let's see what's inside. And what colors do we have? Looks like we've got another Slug in beast mode. So we're gonna go ahead and set that to the side. And let's get to this final box. Come on, metallic Soundwave, can we do it? Just tear into these things. Our final bag. Let's see what we have here. Oh wait, I think I felt something. Maybe it was the disc that come with these blocky figures, but I felt a flat, round object inside. So it was either this, the disc that they come with, or it was the axe of Ultra Magnus. Let's see what we've got here. And, oh, there's the token right there. Let's see what's on it. Another Bumblebee. That's not so bad. All right, so we got another Bumblebee, but we've got Soundwave. Let's go ahead and get these guys assembled and see what they're all about. All right, toy fans, here we have all of the Blokees figures fully assembled. And of course, we've got Slug, just like we'd seen before. We have the original Slug in the background there behind Ultra Magnus. We've got Ultra Magnus, who does have a unique hand to this figure that's a pointing figure. I'm sure that comes with the Optimus Prime figure as well. Ultra Magnus also has the Energon axe. That's what he looks like on the back. And then he does come with a very familiar looking gun if you collect Optimus Prime figures. I forget the exact name for this. I know it's not the Fusion Cannon, but I forget what Prime's version is called. And then we do have Bumblebee. Bumblebee, of course, has his wrist communicator with Spike Witwicky on it. He's got a thumbs up, which is a nice inclusion. He's got his blaster that does come with a blast effect. So far, this is the only Blokees Transformers figure that comes with a blast effect. He has his Energon cube. All 4 of these figures come with their little cardboard discs. We have the Ultra Magnus disc right here. Flip it around and you can scan that QR code. And we've got Bumblebees, in case you missed it in the last video. There's what his disc looks like. And you can scan the QR code. And then we've got Slug's cardboard disc. That's the front. And the back, if you want to scan the QR code. I still haven't actually done this myself. And then, of course, we have Soundwave. Here is his disc and the QR code on the back of that. So let's talk about the man of the hour, Soundwave. Accessory-wise, he does come with 2 additional hands. He's got a splayed finger open hand, and then he does have just a standard fist that can hold an accessory. The figure himself is a little more premium. He comes with a shoulder cannon, just like the original figure did. He does have his battery blaster that you can put in either hand, depending on which hand you have plugged into his left and right hand sockets. He does have a cassette deck that opens up. It's a bit stiff on this guy, but if we open him up, there we go. He does have a cassette tape inside. Now, this tape does not actually transform. Of course, that would be crazy at this size. And it's pretty generic. Hard to tell if it's, Laserbeak, Frenzy, Rumble, whoever. It's just kind of a excuse me, gray plastic. But it does, as you saw, fit nicely into the cassette player. And because I'm from this era, I'm putting the cassette in upside down. That's the way those things usually worked. But he has some excellent detail on the front of his body. You can see the tape through his window with the sticker. And then he's got some additional detail on the front of his legs. On the back, he looks like Soundwave should look. He's got that belt clip, even though it doesn't really work. But an overall fantastic looking minifigure. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I'm so glad I finally got him. Height-wise, Soundwave does stand just a little bit over 4 inches tall. But of course, if they were really shooting for accuracy, Bumblebee would not be as big as he is in comparison to the rest of the figures. And I think actually Slug should be really huge compared to all of these guys, right? Let's do a couple of other comparisons here. I'm going to bring in the Core Class Soundwave figure. I believe this was part of the Kingdom Transformers line. And you can see here that the blocky figures do stand taller than your standard Core Class figure. But one of the true highlights about these guys are the articulation. Soundwave's head and all of these guys will rotate left and right. They can look a little bit up and a little bit down because it is a ball joint. You can rotate the arms all the way around at the shoulder. They bend out from the body, completely perpendicular to the body. They do have just single joints in the elbows that do collapse a little bit tighter than 90 degrees, and of course can extend all the way out. And because of the way the joints put together, you can rotate that arm all the way around at the elbow. Hands are the same way. They rotate all the way around. They can lift up just a little bit because of the ball joint and then go down just a little bit. At the waist, they do have full 360-degree torso rotation. Their legs will go forward about that far and back pretty far. We'll go out from the body all the way. He's got a single-jointed knee that does bend tighter than 90, and then it does rotate at the knee as well. And finally, these guys have ball joints at their ankles, so they do go forward that far and back that far, and just have the usual ankle pivot you would expect from a ball joint at the ankle. For what these guys are, the articulation is very good, and these guys are really fun to pose around. But wait, we're not done. I have one more Transformers Blokees figure to look at today. This is a totally different series. This is Galaxy version Series 2. I believe if we compare the boxes here, the box that we just opened was Galaxy version Wave 3, the Autobot run. This is Galaxy version Wave 2, if I'm interpreting that correctly, the SOS wave. Let's look at the odds for the back of these guys. On the back here, it does say that we can get Grimlock in Robot mode, Grimlock in Beast mode. We've got Cliff Jumper, we've got Inferno, Grapple, it says it's Optimus Prime IDW, but that's Nemesis Prime, right? And then Grimlock, the secret version, he's got a helmet, it looks like, and he might be metallic, 1 in 36. We have Starscream, we've got Mixmaster, which is the cement truck, right? And then Long Haul, which I believe is the dump truck. If I had my choice of all of these, I mean, come on, we want Starscream, right? 1 in 9 odds, though. He's about the same odds, I believe, that Soundwave was. Is that right? No, Soundwave was 1 in 12. So we actually get a little bit better odds if we're trying to go for a Starscream. This is the only box I have from this wave. I was at a totally different store. This is the only one they had for sale. So I thought I'd just go ahead and give it a shot. So fingers crossed. Let's see what we can get here. I do think a Decepticon would be nice because my Autobots are currently far outnumbering the Decepticons. Starscream would be great, but it'd also be great to have a Constructicon that is a different character than Bone Crusher. And look at this, the inside packaging is actually different from what we saw with the other Blokees figures. Silver this time. So feeling it though, yep, can't guess. So let's go ahead and tear this guy open. Come on, Starscream. What a way to finish this, right? We're pulling. Oh, we got some red. Oh, what is this guy? We have... Oh my goodness, yes, I believe it's Autobots. Inferno, of course. Inferno, the fire truck. So we've got Red Alert, the fire car, and we've got Inferno, the fire truck. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get this guy assembled and see what he's all about. All right, toy fans, and now here we have Inferno fully assembled. This figure's a little bit different than the other ones. Obviously, he's got the fire hose hand, which is a nice touch. He's got some excellent sticker or pre-printed detail there on his torso and on his waist, but his head is kind of boxed in. Like, you can turn it left and right, but it's hard to kind of get a grip on it. It's actually like just, I don't know how to describe it. He's just literally, his head is boxed in. It's blocked on 3 different sides. So that does affect his playability just a little bit. Plus, he's got these wings, I'm going to call them, coming off the sides of his head. They do tend to fall off if you're a little rough when moving him around, so you just want to be mindful of that. You could probably lose those. On the back, there's an interesting little play feature. The ladder from his vehicle mode can actually flip out and over his head, I guess, if you want to do that, but it just has a nice little articulation point there that's unique to this figure's body design. But otherwise, he's got the ports in his arms, he's got all the joints in the same places, and he's a pretty fun Blokees figure outside of that. Height-wise, he's comparable to what we've been looking at already. You can see here, he does come in right at about 4 inches if we include the box around his head. And while it's a little ridiculous, let's do some size comparisons, because this isn't the only Inferno Transformer that I've got in my collection. We'll move these guys out of the way. Let's get Inferno centered up here. We're going to bring in the Kingdom Beast Wars Inferno figure, and my goodness, does he tower over this little guy. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. There we go. Check out that crazy size difference. And then let's go ahead and bring in, we're going in the Wayback Machine here, Transformers Energon Inferno, an Autobot this time, like the Blokees figure we're looking at. And you can see he's not as tall as Ant Inferno, but he is, pretty decently bigger than the Blokees Inferno figure that we have in the center of the screen here. So there's my little Inferno collection. That one kind of snuck up on me. All right, toy fans, well, let's keep this one kind of short and sweet. That's my unboxing and, I guess, review of the Blokees Transformers figures. The 3rd time we've looked at them. I absolutely love the way Ultra Magnus looks, I love the way Inferno looks, and of course, I'm glad to have Soundwave. These figures are so much fun. I know I keep saying that, but it's true, and at the $5 price point, I cannot recommend these guys enough. If you're out and about and you see these guys on the shelf, absolutely give them a look. And be sure to let me know which figures you got. If you enjoy what you saw here, please go ahead and give this video a like and share it with your friends. You guys can always keep up with me at D21Beast, and I'll see you guys next time. Roll out.